Hello visuals and welcome to the channel, welcome back to Superhero Wednesday where I'm extremely out of breath, just chasing the dog around. Picked up a Funko Pop and he shouldn't have. But this is Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week where we flex and we talk nerdy or we do a comic book review or one of the things. But this week it is time for another Funko Pop flex. So now if you recently followed me on TikTok or Instagram, you already know about this set of Funko Pops I'm about to flex. But for the visuals that don't know that I'm a TikToker and stuff, it's the coffee. It's the Peacemaker full collection set. Now this is there's 5 Funkos we're going to flex here. We're going to go through the quick set, going to go through the set, but there is 2 that you can get special editions, a flocked Eagerly and a Peacemaker with his shield, which I think was a Comic-Con exclusive. I don't know if it was the San Diego Comic-Con or but it was an exclusive to a con somewhere. They're the only 2 which we don't get, and they're not expensive, so I am going to get them. I want to complete the set. I love the show. I adore the show. Character that I literally heard very little about in the comics before he came out in the film and had his show. Now I absolutely adore him. Yes, as well, he's played by my favourite wrestler of all time and one of my favourite people of all time, John Cena, as well. But it's a fucking amazing set. I did a full, like I said, video on TikTok and Instagram and that. But I'm going to flex a few visuals now, and let's take a look at Funko Pop number 1. First up, we'll go with one of the moments of the series, and that is Peacemaker with Eagerly. That's right, you can see Eagerly hugging him there. Do you remember, if you haven't seen the show, please go check it out. James Gunn's one of his best bits of work ever. John Cena's maybe his best performance ever. He was so fit to play this version of Peacemaker, and he was born for this particular version of Peacemaker. I've just said that twice, so I'm going to repeat. Basically born to be Peacemaker as long as Peacemaker's done this version. Well, he might have been able to do like the OG one, but regardless, this version of Peacemaker, John Cena, beautiful. But it was one of the most heartfelt moments. We see it a couple of times, but there's a moment where it's like, oh, we don't believe you, Eagerly never hugged you, and then it gets witnessed at the end, and you're like, oh, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I would love a Funko Pop of the season finale where he sees the other Justice League members, is like, oh, you're fucking late, blah, 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 and Aquaman's there, and he's like, oh, go fuck a fish, and Aquaman's like, oh, you know, about that, I wish that rumour would stop, and Flash is like, I don't think it's a rumour. But there's the Peacemaker with Eagerly, looking absolutely sick as fuck. I love Eagerly, and then, because I love Eagerly so much, let's do him next, and Wabuski it is. Oh my god, that spinned perfectly. I thought I was going to land it like that, but I landed like that. I should have carried on, kept it smooth. Eagerly with the American flag, like I said, this is the exclusive you can get as well, not this one, but a flocked edition. It's just fluffy, but Eagerly's such a cool character. He's actually fairly important to the show. He has a bit of a decent amount of screen time and stuff, and he gets used very well, and he gets used quite a lot of the show. But Eagerly, one of the best sidekicks ever in modern day superhero live action shit. I love the dude. He's fucking amazing, and how badass is that with his American flag in America? Next up, we'll do Judo Master, who has a couple of pretty awesome fights with Peacemaker. Kicks Peacemaker's ass at one moment, then Peacemaker kicks his ass, and he's fucking great. He's in the intro when Peacemaker lifts him up on his shoulders and whatnot. And how badass as well is that is for one of the best ever intros of a show ever. Such a fucking fantastic intro. Peacemaker versus Judo Master, cool fights, but you can see himself a little badass. He's like everyone thinks he's a little boy because he's very small. And obviously, you're up against the big unit of Peacemaker and shit. It's so cool. Judo Master, again, somebody I knew very, in fact, I know very little about. I only know him from the show. But I enjoy him. I think he's cool. Hopefully, if there's a season 2, we can see more of Judo Master. Hopefully on Peacemaker's side, because we remember from the show, he wasn't on Peacemaker's side, and, you know, they kept him captured for a bit. I made Judo Master wave there. But he's cool, and he's got a cool Funko. So we'll do another badass sidekick of Peacemaker, and that is Vigilante with his chainsaw, giving it a... He was a fucking awesome character. He was hilarious. He was goofy and wacky and crazy and mental, and he was actually badass. He could fight. He could really fight. He did moments where he broke into jail. Well, he not broken, but he went into jail and he ended up kicking his ass because they think he's just like a nerdy little loser because he got his glasses and whatnot. It's actually a badass. Very loud. People find him annoying. The moment where he's hiding behind the dump so that we can see you, and he just basically enforces himself as part of the team. He is so friggin' cool, and he's absolutely amazing. Again, I fucking love him. The scene where he's getting tortured. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. And again, a character know very little about. I'm so happy we got this show because it's bringing these characters that I'm so chuffed that I know about. But that's his Funko, and he looks super badass. finally, the last one. I'm saving the best to last. Why is it the best still last? Because it's Peacemaker, but as you can see, he's in his underwear, and it's John Cena naked. I've got a lot of topless John Cenas and pictures of John Cena topless, mostly in his wrestling get up. But now, as a Funko in his little tighty whities, we see him in his tighty whities in the Suicide Squad film. Now in Peacemaker, if we remember, he has a relations with a lady, and we see him running around a lot in his little tighty whities and whatnot, and we get that big explosion. That's how the investigation and whatnot starts, with his various different helmets as well, because we know throughout the show, Peacemaker, you can see this one's just sort of like his regular plain one, and this one's what are the red ones? Was it, did it give him his vision, or was it the missile one or whatever, with a little bit of gold tint on the sides and stuff? But all of his different, he's got different helmets which give him different stuff. I'm surprised he didn't add his dad, unless that's going to add on later, the white dragon. Because he had a full costume get up. There again, he was a massive racist, so maybe they won't add him because you want a racist Funko. Is there any racist Funko Pops of, like, not actual racists, but people that are playing characters of racists? I don't know, maybe. But yeah, there he is, Peacemaker, John Cena in his little daddy while he's looking beautiful. I am very gay for this man. That's it, visuals. If you look carefully on the back, we can see that is the entire set. The Peacemaker, Vigilante, well, Peacemaker with Eagly, Peacemaker, Vigilante, Judo Master, and Eagly. But the two exclusives that we do desperately need to get, and then eventually when we have them all, I'll display them somewhere, because I love this so much. I want them out the box. But you should go check out my Instagram's little reel and my TikTok of it, because I put, you know, the do you really want to taste it song over the top and shit, and it looked awesome. I'm trying to be a little Instagrammer, TikToker guy lately, and hopefully it's working. I think they look pretty cool, my pictures. I did some cool water pictures at the river. I got ripped for it. Everyone said I was a weird bastard for taking toys to the river, but I do not care. There we have it, visuals. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get naked Cena out, naked Peacemaker out for the thumbnail. I think we'll have the naked boy. And hopefully you enjoy these Funkos. Let me know which one you like the most. And please let me know if you've seen the show and if you enjoy the show and if you're ready for a season 2 or seen him again or whatever in the future. I hope James Gunn sticks with these characters. The best thing to happen at DC was the fallout James Gunn had with Marvel, because he went over to DC and Marvel. Obviously got him back. He's doing Guardians 3, but oh my god, this guy's so fucking cool. This guy's so fucking cool, but James Gunn is so freaking cool. Thank you so much for watching, visuals. Like I said, let me know anything you want to let me know about Peacemaker and visuals. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Always keep being you and keep on keeping a motherfucking on.